بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. We reached up to page 147 in our book, in the section of the Banner of Light, which is a summary explaining the way of As-Sada al-Ba'alawi. Let us begin with Al-Fatiha. Fatiha. No, go ahead.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. The author, may Allah Ta'ala have mercy on him, said, privileges of this method. Our master, Imam Sheikh Idarus ibn Umar al-Habashi, rahimahullah, says in his book, Iqad al-Yawaqit al-Jawhariyah, after quoting one of the great men of Allah Ta'ala's description of these sayyids, this physical and religious lineage was received as knowledge, practice, experience, riwayah and dirayah, and realization.
Riwayah is the narration of the hadiths, and dirayah is the detailed understanding of those narrations.
And realization by the progeny of the second descendant, by whom he means Imam al-Hussein, rahimahullah, those who have joined the pairs, al-Mathani, the family of Abu Alawi, and he who joins them in their path becomes one of them, and it is said to him, we shall grant refuge to whoever you have granted refuge to, O Hani. Hani. Footnote number 13. This was said by the Prophet ﷺ, may Allah Ta'ala's blessings be on him and his family, after the conquest of Mecca, when Hani, Ali's sister, took into her house some of the Qurayshi relatives who had persecuted the Muslims before and were in danger of retaliation. And Salman is one of us, the people of the house. Footnote number 14. Thus did the Prophet ﷺ, may Allah Ta'ala's blessings and peace be upon him and his family, say to Salman the Persian when the immigrants and the helpers each claimed him for their own during the digging of the trench.
Here, I want to say this to you, and this is our hope. If you connect to them, those noble descendants of the Prophet ﷺ, in practice, from the heart of them, you would be counted among them. Whether in this world or from the intermediate world, have your connection. Whether you physically in this world are connected to them or spiritually connected to them from the intermediate world, from among their people of the intermediate world. Find your connection, inshallah. Now,
they all originate in him, in whom all realities were gathered, the overflowing ocean of sciences and knowledge, Ali ibn Abi Talib. May Allah Ta'ala be pleased with him and them. The first to join the two lineages and possess the two honors was Ali ibn al-Hussein, Zayn al-Abidin, for he attained, then maintained a regular daily practice of 1,000 rakas, in addition to his other merits, which raised him to the peak of perfection and elevation.
Which is why he was called as-Sajjad, because he used to pray those 1,000 rakat of the optional prayers every day. He earned the title as-Sajjad, the one who prostrates a lot.
This pattern was maintained until the dazzling secret, the manifest sublime distinction, came to be entrusted to him who was the Kaaba of those who concentrate, the connection of those who realize and emulate, the greatest teacher, al-Ustad al-Azam al-Thaqi al-Muqaddam, Muhammad ibn Ali, radiallahu anhu, may Allah Ta'ala grant us to benefit from him.
Ameen, ameen.
The lights of his Shu'abi method radiated over every.
Shu'aybi method indicates the way Al-Faqih Al-Muqaddam received At-Tariqatu Sufiya. He received it by through intermediary, through students of Sheikh Abu Madyan, right? Abu Madyan from uh, the West Africa. He is the one who passed the Sufi uh, way to Al Faqih Al Muqaddam. So that's meant by Shu'aybi, the path of Abu Madyan.
Radiated over everyone in Hadramaut, and its blessings enveloped fathers and mothers.
Mm.
Should you wish to recall what this group and their method possess in the way of realities, rites, formalities, and traces, look into Al Mashra, Al Jawhar, Al Iqad al Nabawi, Al Qurar, Qurat al Ain, Bahjat al Fuad, Shar al Ainiya, and other such works.
And all of these books are books that talk about the biographies of the great knowers of Allah from the Banu Alawi. Uh, and they're written by different authors at different times, but all of them, they give biographies, all of these books, they give biographies of those great scholars. And uh, the ones that are very detailed is Al-Mashra, Al-Gurar, and Sharh al-Ainiya, which is very, very, very nice book. It's a commentary on a poem that ends with Ain, written by Imam al-Haddad, but the book was written, the commentary was written by Sheikh Habib Ahmed bin Zain al-Habashi, the author of Ar-Risalatu Jamia. Now,
These and those who followed them joined the inward to the outward. Their likeness is that of a chain. When one end is moved, the other end moves as well. They are all Sunnis.
this point we should keep about that. Their chain, when one part of it shakes, the rest shake with it. So if you connect yourself to that, you're connecting to all of its part, and there is benefit at each level. And you may never know where that assistance and that benefit is going to come at what level of the chain.
They are all Sunnis.
I'm telling you, it works. Connect from the heart level. From the heart level. In general, all the family of Asad Aba Alawi was Shafi'i. In general, that is the madhab of the family of the Prophet known as Ba Alawi. Though you may have people who join the spiritual path that are not necessarily Shafi'i, but they, the family of the Prophet, they were Shafi'i to this day. Mm.
They are all Sunnis, Shafis, and Asharis. Of those who share with them the attributes alluded to earlier, perfection, knowledge, and the practice of it, are their brothers, the Ahdali Sayyids, and among other elite Sufis, the Hassani Sayyid, Sheikh Ali ibn Abdullah al-Shadili. The master of the Shadili faction, his Sheikh Abdul Salam ibn Mashish, the Hassani, the Moroccan, the Sheikh Ahmed al-Rafa'i, the disciples of Sheikh al-Jazuli, the Moroccan Hassani author of the La'il
Al-Khayrat.
Kharat, excuse me, numbered
This
12,000.
book is the most famous book that is read daily in sending salutations and blessings upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is the most famous book that Sunnis read daily. Uh, in this, some of my teachers would read the entire book every day, every single day. دلائل الخيرات. نعم.
Also, as Sanusi, al-Badawi, and others who like them who reached the degree of supreme pole and greatest Siddiq.
Mm,
As the reviver of their sciences said, among the Fatimis, the callers to guidance, men of noble character followed upon others.
mm,
My master, Aidarus, rahimahullah, may Allah Ta'ala spread his benefit, then says, among the attributes of our master al-Faqih, which were
Who's Aidarus that's being talked about here? Let me see if we're paying attention. He said, my master Aidarus, may Allah spread his benefit. Who is he talking about? Mm? Make sure we're following. No, not Aidarus al-Akbar. Who is he talking about? It's not Aidarus al-Akbar. Mm? No, not Abdurrahman bin Mustafa al-Aidarus. No. Imam Sheikh Aidarus ibn Umar al-Habashi. So just so he's reading from his book, he's quoting from his book. So who he's talking about Aidarus here? When you say Aidarus, there's several Aidaruses in the back. Many people name Aidarus. So always keep in mind when you're talking about Abdullah bin Abi Bakr Sukran, that's Al-Aidarus Al-Akbar. When you're talking about Abu Bakr Al-Aidarus, Al-Aidarus Al-Adani, his son, right? So the famous Aidarus, when you just hear Aidarus, they're usually talking about the great Muhaddith Al-Habib Aidarus bin Umar Al-Habashi, who died in what year? What year did Sheikh Al-Imam Al-Habib Aidarus ibn Umar Al-Habashi die? In what year? Thirteen, 14. Great. Allahu Akbar. Great. 1314 AH. That's correct. Go ahead. Radiallahu ta'ala anhu.
which were emulated by those who followed the path of his descendants, are those described by our master, Sheikh Ali ibn Abu Bakr Alawi, rahimahullah, may Allah Ta'ala sanctify his secret, in the following words.
Sheikh Ali bin Abu Bakr Alawi is the brother of who? I'm just making sure we're following all of this, right? Because just mentioning there's a blessing, so that we get the way we're going to get familiar with them is we keep repeating, and connecting, knowing their stuff, knowing their ways, and having an attachment. Then the benefit comes, inshallah. So, Sheikh Ali bin Abu Bakr Alawi is the brother of who? We talked about it when we were talking about their family. These are from the house of Abdurrahman as-Saqaf, the early ones. Okay. Anyone knows? Come on, let's do. Look at your notes. It should be easy. That's why they say in repeating is a benefit. You have to keep going over it. That's going to go right over your head if you don't repeat, you don't connect like over and over and over and over again till you get it. Right, Isa. Ali bin Abu Bakr is the brother of Abdullah bin Abu Bakr al-Aydarus al-Akbar. And his biography, if you go back to the house of As-Sakaf, go to page 49, that's his biography. Sheikh Ali, Ali the son of Abu Bakr as-Sakran. Right? So page 49 is his biography. We read it already. MashaAllah. Good. Mm.
Our master al-Faqih, rahimahullah, may Allah Ta'ala be pleased with him, opted for obscurity and anonymity, abandoned that which did not concern him of things that were in themselves licit or superfluous, guided whenever he did or refrained from doing something both outwardly and inwardly by the clearest of rational and the most authentic of textual evidence. He never allowed himself to be constrained by either formalities, customs, or anything related to fame. On the contrary, his method was true poverty, complete destitution, unaffected neediness, and essential self denial. The Imam, Sheikh Abdullah ba Saudan, rahimahullah, may Allah
And
ta'ala.
who was Sheikh Abdullah Bas Saudan? What was he known as in his time? And we just read it about what he was known as in his time. We just read it a few pages ago. So Sheikh Abdullah Abbas Saudan, what was he known as in his time? Right. Go ahead, Issa. No, joking. The Salman of the Ba'alawis, because he wasn't from the family of the Prophet, but he reached that high rank till he became counted among them. See, that's why I'm happy about Issa. You see, he keeps the men in the game, right? Other than that, we'd be smashed. MashaAllah. Good job, Habibi. You make me very happy. You do. And I'm happy with the sisters extremely, but it's become normal that the sisters are going to do well. So when I see the brothers stepping up and memorizing, it makes me happy. It's been like normal. We expect that the women would have answers because I know what they do, but the brothers don't do the same. So when I see them step up, it makes me happy. It's not that I'm for the brothers against the sisters. Well, a little. Now, joking. Stuff. MashaAllah, go ahead.
Rahimahullah, may Allah Ta'ala be pleased with him, said concerning the people of realities and subtle indications, describing those leaders among men. No sign of their knowledge of secrets and direct experience and unveiling ever appears on them save when they are overcome by a spiritual state.
Allahu Akbar.
They never commit to record that which they experience and attained.
And
And
here's the important thing, which you have to learn. Some things, everything that is experienced should not be mentioned or written. Imam al-Ghazali, you will find there's in his writings, he'll get to the point, he said, this is where the pen stops. We're going into ilm al-mukashafa. We're going into that area of knowledge of unveiling. So we stop. It's to be experienced, not to be written. So sometimes you're going to have experiences. They for you, they're not always to be shared. And out of joy and and happiness, you may want to share sometimes, but you shouldn't. Because sometimes those experiences can be a trial for others who didn't experience in terms of denial, right? Because they didn't experience. So they would deny things that are real. So those experiences that uh, and states that people reach, they should keep them to themselves. Mm.
As if they were suggesting to those who follow the same path that if they wish to attain to the same things and experience them, they should race along the path. However, it is true that they may radiate from their hearts, even as they remain silent, manifestations and realities, the lights of which dawn upon those who are in their company and which will please and comfort them. As it has been said, we keep silent, but passion speaks.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Let's stop there. Uh, do y'all are y'all enjoying this book? I speak for myself. I'm like, I don't want to stop reading and read. I love these types of works. They're very motivational for me. They're very comfortable, very soothing. I read so many benefits. You know, it puts me in a whole nother world. You know, uh, these works are a shining light for me in a time of extreme darkness. It gives hope and removes any possible despair. Mm. Tell you what's today? Thursday? Today's Thursday, right?
Correct.
Okay. Inshallah, the class with Sheikh Yahya Baltimore will be at 7:30. Inshallah. Are there any questions about what we covered? Uh, I never usually ask in case someone needs some clarifications for anything. Allahu Akbar. Mm. I'll give you some good news yesterday, right? MashaAllah, it was very beautiful. Uh, the Ba-Alawi, good question, Fatima. Did the Ba-Alawi also follow the Shadili path? The Ba-Alawi path is described as this: Ghazali way outwardly and Shadili way inwardly. So the outward practice is the works of Imam al-Ghazali. The inward state is the way of the Shadili way. So it's a combination of both. That's the Ba'alawi way. So they say Ghazaliyan dhahira wa Shadiliyan batina. Mm. Yes, Akila. But that's with all books. As I was explaining to my students yesterday, uh, I said, listen, you need two things when you want to learn Islam. You need relied upon books and trustworthy teachers. If you're missing one, uh, you're going to fall short. If you're missing one, you can't read books. Don't talk. You need teachers. Teachers clarify books. right? Without a teacher, you know, you're going to get confused. You may be right in some areas and confused in others. Mm. Uh, a book in Tawheed. I'll give you a book in Tawheed that we read, and you can follow it. 1 second. I think it's available. The book I would suggest in Tawheed to start with is this book. Uh, for the brother. I would start here because we did this book, we read it, and it's online, so you can follow it with it. Uh, this book, and that's the link to it. We covered it, so it's online. The class is for it. Uh, so if you go to that link, the book is available. Insha'Allah ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. And okay, did I get all the questions? Malikis, most of them are Shadhili, especially from the West, like Morocco areas and those areas. Most of them are Shadhili in Tariqa. Because those great Maliki scholars in Egypt and from the West, the Maghrib, like they were mostly Shadhili. Mm. I have nothing to do with a Salafi masjid, so I can't help you. I wouldn't even suggest that for you, so I can't help you. And I would hope that no one helps you do that. MashaAllah, Isa. Tayyip, if there is no other questions, uh, Allah make it easy, inshallah. And we'll see you tomorrow, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. But review, read over again on your own so that these just keep coming to class and listening. You'll learn the right minhaj. You get that book, you listen to the classes, you keep listening, and you'll figure it out. I don't believe in microwave Islam. I believe you need to learn, right? We just want somebody to tell us what to do without no effort on our part sometimes. We don't say that, but that's how we practice. You need to learn. I don't say just follow Imam Amin because I like him. I think he's a good guy, but you need to learn. And you need to take time and learn and study and complete something before you move on to something else. You need to learn, all of us, right? We want everything overnight. It don't work that way. Knowledge takes time and study and patience and diligence and memorizing, right? You know, can't do it overnight. Not going to wake up and I'm in the saved group. It don't work that way. That's delusion, right? You have to learn. You have to study. And at the end of the day, it's all bi tawfiqillah, by the divine guidance and success from Allah. Barakallahu bikum. May Allah make it easy for you. May Allah, facilitate for all of us that which is good and that which is beneficial, and keep us away from misguidance. Jahid to shahid. Struggle, and inshallah you will witness. Barakallahu bikum. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.